Watches and Wonders 2023, and we're live from the fair, talking with Guido Terreni, CEO of Parmigiani. We're going to look at 3 of the highlights of the brands for this year. Guido, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us and to explain these
Thank you,
3
Frank.
watches.
Great being with you always. The first is a second world premiere on the Tonda PF. Last year, we reinterpreted GMT with the GMT Rattrapante, which was the talk of the fair, and now we have reinvented a function, and a very big one, and we called it Minute Rattrapante. A Minute Rattrapante is a function that allows you to set the moment in which you have to stop doing something or start doing something else. It can be you're waiting in a lounge and you have to go to catch your plane, you have to go to the gate at a certain minute, you set that and you master the time to be on time, and then you master your delay. But it can be you want a spaghetto alle vongole al dente, you put maybe 7 minutes and then you master that. So basically it's very user friendly, and you have a push button at 8 o'clock that advances a minute hand that is hidden underneath in gold, and that 5 minutes at a time, and then with another pusher you advance for 1 minute for the fine tuning, and then basically you have the moment in which you have to do something, and then time elapses, so the minute hand stays still, and then when you have reached the moment to go to the gate or to do something else, and when you're done, you press it again and you become a two-hander, clean like always with Parmigiani. And this is an idea that I had by basically using what is delegated to a rotating bezel in a scuba watch, and to transfer it into the movement, and that became something else. So
it's sort of a timer as well.
It's sort of a timer, but we are watchmakers, so we wanted to do it with the movement, and it's something else became, and it's not a scuba anymore, but it's something else.
Looks very good, by the way.
Thank you.
And I love the little detail with the gold pusher in the crown.
Yeah, that's very consistent with the GMT of last year.
Exactly.
The style is the same. You just have a pusher on top for the user friendliness. So that's the star of the fair this year. It's you know that we refuse to think that everything has already been done in watchmaking. So we have this ambition to innovate with creativity and with excitement, and doing it with a style which is very understated, discreet, like we are.
Looks good. And another one that looks good is the Platinum Micro-Rotor. That looks pretty similar in first looks, but if you look closer, that dial is absolutely stunning.
Well, the matrix of the collection is the Tonda PF in steel and platinum, which is the one I'm wearing since day one, because this is the origin of everything. And then we had the idea to do it in platinum. Platinum is a material which is very dear to us because it is the most noble and prestigious, but is it the most less ostentatious. And this is very Parmigiani. So we like
understated.
That. Exactly, we like it very much. So this is a full platinum watch, which, by the way, I can't take my eyes off of it. I love it. It's very pure, just the material. The sandblasted dial in platinum with the micro beads is so white because the beads are so small, and it makes it the discretion at the highest level.
Super, really beautiful.
And you can see the difference in colors between the steel and the platinum. It's really the metal in life, in nature, that gives you this brightness, this elegance, which is incredibly refined.
Plus also the grenet on the dial makes it very refined.
Very refined, yeah. With the same construction of the dial as the Micro-Rotor, with the small. All the collection is done with a lower base, minute scale, and with a higher part of the dial in the middle to make this movement, which is a subtle detail.
And there was one.
Well, this is
that's more different color, but it remains a beautiful watch.
This is the only limited edition we're doing this year. It's 30 pieces. It's on a chronograph movement that to me is incredibly beautiful. Michel signed it himself because on the barrel, when you do such a masterpiece, it's a 5 Hertz Chronograph Rattrapante, manually winded, with 2 column wheels, one for the chrono, one for the Rattrapante function, all handmade with these anglages and these angles that are sharp, that only by hand you can do. That's why we can do only 3 per month. And then we decided to do it in pink gold because the aesthetic with the platinum dial in pink is extremely refined and very elegant and long-lasting in taste, and it's consistent with all the high-end part of the collection. And then we give it complementary with an alligator strap in the philosophy of Michel, where he wants to admire the beauty of the work with such a movement. So instead of having a folding buckle, you have a pin buckle, because when you open the back case, you don't want the blade in the middle of your eyes to disturb you admiring that craft. And so you have to do this, and it's so simple, so pure, it kicks out any discussion.
Absolutely beautiful. Guido, thank you so much for explaining these three beautiful watches to us, and
Thank you.
hope to catch you soon.